Chris A. got the munchies. Ever the sensualist. Ever enamored of the physical pleasures of life. You hungry, hey?
Yeah, I'm hungry. Got the munchies. I burn energy. I have fast metabolism, like a chipmunk or a squirrel.
So
I burn energy really quickly.
So Chris A's having a little hobo food with his hobo beer. Let's see what you're drinking, dude.
Miller High Life.
Yes, sir. Is that the first 4-0 or the second?
Champagne and beer.
You already knocked through the 2 of them?
The third one tonight.
But did you bring 2?
House. I can't remember how many I brought, but I've been drinking since earlier today.
Oh, we're gonna have to get into the oh no, I do see another big old bullet of Miller High Life. But hey, a couple simpletons are gonna be reviewing Simpler Times. Simpler Times beer review.
Times.
And Chris A and I long for Simpler Times.
Pretty good title for a can of beer.
Where'd you put the can for your the feast that you're
in the garbage can? Was this forensic?
Chris A's hobo food here. Like I said, the only way it could be more Bukowski-esque is if it were corned beef hash.
Sometimes food is food, you know, and you gotta eat some food, so.
Sometimes food is food, and sometimes you gotta eat some food. I'm going to put that fucking quote on the blackboard, giving you full credit, of course. How is it, hey? Is it good?
It's actually pretty good when you're really stoned and hungry.
Right on. Good times. Well, Chris A being stoned and hungry, well-trodden territory on the show, and hey, you did say you were never going to smoke weed again. That was many moons ago. Yeah, didn't come to fruition. Didn't come to fruition. So, sit tight, we got a beer review coming. Chris A's gonna eat, so he isn't a fucking drunken mess. And, yeah, we'll make it happen. Here we have it. Notes from the Hollywood Underground beer review, and the beer we are reviewing is
Simpler Times.
Simpler Times.
I almost think of it as, you know, from Trader Joe's. Whoops, jumped the gun on you there a little bit, sorry. But think of it as like $2 chuck wine, you know, prices, but beer, you know. So here it is. We just poured some, you know.
Hayes gonna drink it in a glass. I'm gonna drink it in a can. But let's talk about the can a second.
Simpler Times.
Simpler Times. Simpletons drinking Simpler Times. And as I was saying earlier, Chris A and I long for Simpler Times, don't we, buddy?
Yeah. Simpler times were a good day when times were simple.
That's right. Now, as you can see, we're actually drinking some actual decent beer here.
Lager.
So our palate's been kind of spoiled. At least mine has. Chris
Well, I've
A's
been drinking Miller High Life.
I, on the other hand, have been drinking Heineken. So
nice.
So
that must be
tough
nice.
act
Yeah.
to follow for Simpler Times.
Yeah. So
what do you say, hey?
Let's try it out.
All right. What do you think? Thoughts?
It's kind of sweet.
It's got a little, kind of like a sweet aftertaste. Basically, it's kind of cold and crisp going down, and
well, it's not actually really cold.
It's pretty good. Mine's pretty cold.
Dude,
it's frothing up. You rinsed out your glass. So it isn't that fucking.
Yeah.
It's not warm.
Well, it's kind of sweet.
What do you think of it? It's a scale of 1 to 10.
For a lager, I mean, it's okay, but it's definitely really, really sweet. Like, I feel like I'm drinking maple syrup.
I don't know about that, dude. It does have a sweetness to it. How's this? $3.97 for a 6-pack. Would you drink it?
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah. $3.97.
Now, how much? Like, okay, how much does 240 ounces of Miller High Life cost?
Well, I used to get them for $2.20.
Used to.
In Alhambra.
So you have
but
to
now,
so
I pay $2.60 for a 40 ouncer.
So basically, for
269,
4, 540. Hey, in terms of value, but
probably about the same, huh?
No, in terms of value per ounce, advantage simpler times.
Simpler times just comes out cheaper.
So when you take value, proximity, because I live walking distance from a Trader Joe's.
Yeah, it's good for you.
I give simpler times a 7.
Oh yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10, what do you give it?
Like 4.5.
Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our first Notes from the Hollywood Underground. Wow, I sound drunk. Notes from the Hollywood Underground beer review. And this concludes our video podcast. And hopefully, if you dig what you're seeing, be sure to go to www.notesfromthehollywoodunderground.com, where there's plenty more good shit. Subscribe to all the feeds. We'll be talking to you soon. Say goodnight, eh?
Good night, man.
Keep the overhead low, keep living like a king, and good night.